Why does our home feel miserable when we misinterpret the meaning of the word discipline? It occurred to me during a session with someone who asked me to help them with tidying up their home, and it clicked. I realized that their vision of the word discipline, the meaning of that word, of that principle, was a synonym of self punishment or going without. There was always a hint of punishment, and I realized that both chores and chaos uh, can be a form of punishment. But while chaos requires no action on our part, chores actually require work. And so, as a self fulfilling prophecy, rebelling against our own rules through just not doing chores and accepting chaos as a consequence was just perfectly aligned with this vision. And interpreting discipline as punishment is not sustainable. Discipline as a stacking of good habits instead is sustainable, is a language of self love, and it compounds. So the benefits of this approach are palpable as we enter a space. It gives us with a sense of well-being, of harmony and flow. And it calls for sensible solutions in terms of what to implement, what to buy, what to do with some of our spaces. And I love this view of things because it interrogates the reason why we do things and how sustainable it is. Definitely being stuck between the rock and the hard place of rules or chaos, punishment, pressure calls for rebellion. And rebellion in the form of doing nothing is extremely attractive when we're tired, when we can't be bothered, when we feel like reclaiming some form of autonomy can take the shape of just not doing anything. On the other hand, discipline as a stacking of good habits is the stuff of self esteem because it's a reinforcement of the statement we repeat ourselves through our actions that we are valuable, that we live in harmony, in beauty, and it doesn't have that tense atmosphere. It doesn't have that tense energy. It just educates us. It just trains us into being a good parent for ourselves, into being a creator of some sort, demiurge, um, initiator of a life form, of a way of living, of a manner of being. Again, including decoration, including the choices we decide to take in regards to the way we spend our time, the way we organize our spaces, and so on. If you'd like individual sessions with me on the topics of life transformations with an intuitive approach to coaching, please book a spot through my website. Thanks for watching and see you soon.